What's going on, guys? Nappa here with a bit of a commentary. This is done without a script, so if I repeat myself or it seems a little bit unstructured, that would be why. I want to address a trend that Rockstar has been setting lately, and that is public lobby only missions. The first time they did this was with the CEO cargo crates, and it worked really well when they did it then. They were structured in a way that worked really well in a competitive multiplayer format. Now they're doing it with the import-export, and unfortunately the import and export missions just aren't formatted in a way that makes it competitive. In fact, they give other players very little reason to get involved. The cargo crate missions worked really well in public lobbies because, first of all, when you started these missions, you had to buy the crates in advance. You had money put into these crates before you could even try to pick them up to take to your warehouse. And so if somebody was coming after you and trying to destroy the crates or kill you before you could deliver them, there was a sense of urgency because you knew if they destroyed those crates, you were out that money. That 20 grand is gone. You're never going to see that money again if they destroy it. On the flip side of things, you were rewarded for destroying the crates of other CEOs. If you were to destroy the crates, you were to get money and ammo. So basically, those elements alone led to a very competitive type of gameplay. It was intense, it was blood pumping, you knew you had to protect the crates, there was risk, and there was reward. Now let's compare this to the import-export missions, where, first of all, they're free to start. To source a car and to try to steal it is completely free. So when another player is coming after you and trying to blow up the car, there's no sense of risk. There's no sense of urgency or competition. It doesn't matter if they blow up the car, because you can just go back to your CEO office and source another one to steal and be no worse off for wear. And as for the attackers, well, they don't get rewarded a penny if they destroy the car that you're delivering. Not a single thing. And before anybody tells me that you can steal a car that another player has sourced and deliver it to the warehouse for yourself, yes, you can do that. But it's illogical and it doesn't make any sense to do that. First of all, it's way more difficult to wait for another player to source a car and try to steal it than it is just to source a car for yourself and steal it. Secondly, if you're going to kill the player out of the car they've stolen to deliver it for yourself, clearly you're going to have to shoot them. If you're going to have to shoot them, you're going to have to shoot the car. And the more you shoot the car, the more you damage the car. And the more you damage the car, the more money you have to pay for repair fees when you actually deliver it to your garage. Meaning, you've basically costed yourself money that you wouldn't have had to spend had you just sourced your own car. And it's all of these things combined that lead to nobody competing in these missions. My friend has, I think at one point he had 40 some odd cars in his garage, meaning he stole 40 cars. He started those missions 40 times. He was only ever attacked by other players twice. Now, pretty much every time somebody starts up a cargo crate mission in a public lobby, other players will chase after them and attack them and try to destroy the crates because they have a reason to. But that doesn't happen in import-export. There's no reward, there's no risk. They're just tedious, is all they are. That's the word for them. They're tedious. There's no reason they should be locked to public lobbies when other players very rarely even involve themselves. So Rockstar, my advice to you, if you're going to lock missions to public lobbies, give other players a reason to get involved. Because if you're not going to promote a competitive environment, if you're not going to give players a reason to get involved, then they're not going to get involved. And the only thing that's going to come of it is I'll be playing the mission on my own in a public lobby where everybody else is just minding their own business, wondering, why can't I do this in a private lobby? Now, I'm not one of those people that just hates Rockstar and has whined about everything they've done with this game. I actually really like this game, and I have pretty much agreed with everything Rockstar has ever done. But this is just an instance where I can't, I can't agree with them. I can't stand up for them because it's just a little bit ludicrous. The missions just aren't formatted in a way that promotes other players to get involved, so it makes it redundant that we have to be in a public lobby to access them. And if you don't think that this is a problem, look at it this way. There are people that have found ways to alter the internet settings on their PlayStations to throttle the amount of packets that it can handle in order to slow their internet down just enough that they get thrown into public sessions on their own consistently so they can play these modes. If you've got thousands of people doing this, then maybe you should reconsider what you're doing. Plain and simple.